Hi everyone. Sorry I haven't posted anything recently, but my health has, unfortunately. Recently it's been constant pins and needles on about 45% of my body. It started off on my arm, my left arm. I've got my pinky, my ring, and my middle finger all have pins and needles, and it's been constant for about 3 weeks now. It's now moved on to my index finger as well. So those fingers there, right here on my palm, that's got pins and needles. Goes all the way down here and down the back of my arm here. Um, my entire left leg from buttock to foot has pins and needles, and my right leg from foot to knee is also pins and needles. It has reduced slightly over the past few days, but unfortunately, it's also spread, like I said, to my index finger. It started out on just my ring finger and my pinky, but then it moved to my middle finger, this finger, blah blah blah. So at the moment, my ring finger, my pinky finger on my left hand does not want to function properly. It either locks in a curved position like this, or it randomly twitches. And I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but that is what I've had to deal with for the past 4 weeks. 3 weeks, sorry. So I've had a doctor's appointment Friday just gone. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of September. For those especially overseas, I know that you're on the sick bank. But yes, I had an appointment on Friday just gone. Spoke to Oz's boss actually, because if you don't know, Oz is a medical receptionist at a GP's office, and they were nice enough to say that they would see me. So because I also recently found out not only am I lactose intolerant, I'm also now gluten intolerant. So that's fun. Not. Um, so not only can I no longer consume my favourite things of cheese and bread, well, regular cheese and bread, yeah, it's just completely thrown me off. So there's that, which also means I've been stressed more, which means I've been smoking more, which means my asthma has taken a hit as well. I am trying to quit smoking, as is Oz, but it is rather difficult when stressful things like this pop up out of nowhere. Um, so I don't worry about my back issues at the moment because they're a constant thing. I was more concerned about getting my pins and needles sorted out. So the doctor has decided to send me for a blood test, which I can do at the clinic. That is happening on Monday coming up. And then I've got a ultrasound on my left shoulder and upper arm. And then I have a CT scan for the entirety of my back to find out what's going on there. As far as we can tell, there's a possibility I have a torn tendon in my back and or a compressed nerve or a pinched nerve. Now, as you can see, I am not wearing any rings at the moment because my fingers actually swell, swelled up. And with the weather actually starting to heat up here in Australia, my fingers swell in the heat as well. So it's rather uncomfortable. And considering my pinky is such a pain at the moment, having my wedding ring on is actually painful. Because if my pinky does decide to actually butt up against my ring finger, it digs in, the ring digs in, so I've decided to not wear them at the moment. The reason for this particular thing is that I want to be transparent with all of you. Um, I know this may be a bit TMI for some of you, but I would prefer to give you too much information than not enough and then have a bunch of you worry, oh no, what's happened with Dad G, blah, blah, blah. So, excuse me. At this point in time, I have nothing to really post about besides my health. Um, This also means that hopefully in the next few weeks I can begin the process of applying for disability pension. Now, here in Australia, it used to be easy, but because there were so many people applying and getting approval and they're not actually physically or mentally disabled as badly as some people are, the government decided to make it just a little bit harder. So you have to jump through many, many hoops to try and get on disability. I've been putting this off for a good 10 years. So I've had back issues for 20 plus years. I've got sciatica, I have tendonitis, I have bursitis. Um, Still don't know what happened with the reproductive area, to put it mildly, because I never actually got confirmation whether I have endometriosis or not. Um, but at this point in time, that part is no longer an issue. My main problem at the moment is the pins and needles. That is the most important thing that I want to try and sort out. And then it's my back. So because I'm getting a CT of my whole back, hopefully something will pop up, because every time I went to the doctor about my back, it was always, oh, we'll send you for an x-ray. But then nothing shows up on the x-ray. It's not actually bone related. So I have no idea what it is besides muscular. So hopefully this CT scan will show up something so that we can start to get answers. Um, there was conjecture as to whether it was osteoporosis, but because I still have what I call my plumbing, that one was ruled out, um, because osteoporosis cannot be passed down via genetics. So that's been ruled out. There's a possibility of multiple sclerosis. There is a possibility of, I think it's scoliosis. So yeah, there's a few different things that could be in play here, but I have no idea what. Fibromyalgia or myalgia, take your pick. That one is also a possibility. As for treatment, I have no idea what the possible treatment could be, besides the obvious of painkillers, that sort of thing, pain blockers, whatnot. At one point, while I was having back spasms, I was told by my GP at the time to go to the ER and get an epidural done while I was having said spasms. Don't think that's really an option. I don't really want to be paraplegic. So there's that. Um, I mean, you all know I currently am using my wheelchair as, well, my manual wheelchair, I should say, as a computer chair because it's easier on my back. I also have an electric wheelchair that my uncle gifted me. Um, I haven't been using that a lot when we go out. I might have to start using it again. I don't really want to because it's a right pain in the bum to try and get it in the bloody car. And not only that, Oz is the one that has to put it in the car, take it out of the car, and it's such a hassle that I just prefer not to use it, but if I have to, I have to. So yes, this is the quickest and easiest way for me to update you. I will try and post again after I've had all my appointments, including my follow-up with the GP. Um, Hopefully I can update you all either next weekend or sometime the following week after that. But at this point in time, I've got blood tests on Monday, as I said, and then I've got a ultrasound and a CT scan on the following Friday in the afternoon. So I don't see me being able to actually update anyone on Friday afternoon, um, unless I can somehow get in to see the GP after my appointment on the Friday, which I don't see happening because they're always busy last thing on Friday, and I saw that last week when I actually had my appointment and I had just put something funny. So I also had some issues. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you everyone so much for your support. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I will try and answer them as I can. Um, there's not really a lot more I can tell you besides the fact that we're low on cash because we're saving up for a trip in November, which I told you about earlier in previous videos. So yeah, I haven't been able to purchase a lot. Bills are coming in and they're getting harder and harder and more and regular and everything. So at this point in time, I cannot afford to buy blind boxes or cards or anything like that. But we will see how we go in the next few weeks. I might be able to try and find something to try and open before we go away. Um, so yes, thank you everyone so much for your support, and hopefully I will have an update for you soon. But for now, that is all, and yeah, we will see how we go, and I will update you when I can. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all the rest of it. And I will see you in the next stream, whenever that is. Thank you so much. Bye.